What if I told you that everything in your life, from your income, your health to your relationships, is being controlled by something you were never taught how to understand? And here's the crazy part. I discovered this truth years ago while I was still working as a cruise ship magician. Today, I've helped people reverse diseases their doctors told them were permanent. I've helped people 10x their income in a matter of months. I've helped people completely rewire the way they think, feel, and live. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to transform your reality faster than you ever believed possible. I used to spend my life creating illusions on stage. Today, after co-creating transformative programs and events with some of the greatest minds in personal development, including Bob Proctor, and after founding the award-winning experience Real Magic Live that has impacted over 10,000 lives, I now help people break through the mental illusions that holds them back so they can create the quantum leap results they desire and truly deserve. Because once you understand how a magic trick works, it's not magic anymore. But when you understand your mind, and how to unlock that hidden power and energy already within you, that is real magic, my friend, and everything in your life starts to change. It's not who you are that holds you back, it's the illusions of who you think you're not. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to break those illusions starting right now. When I performed magic on cruise ships and on television, people loved the shows. They applauded, they smiled, they left with postcards and souvenir cups all over the place. But I was haunted by one question. What did they actually take away from this? You see, there was a disconnect. I could make people feel amazed for a moment, but I wasn't changing their lives. And then something unexpected happened. I began hosting small seminars in the smoke lounge of the ship, down the back, with a rough crowd, drinks in their hands, only sort of paying halfway attention. But the moment I started sharing how the mind works, not the tricks, but the illusions inside ourselves, something clicked and something shifted. People didn't just want entertainment, I found out. They craved growth. They wanted answers. They wanted change. And I realized entertainment alone would never be enough for me ever again, because the cost of staying the same, the cost of ignorance, or like I used to say, the ignorance tax, is always higher than the cost of taking action. And here's what I've learned. We live on 3 planes of existence simultaneously. We're spiritual beings, we live in a physical body, and we operate with a thinking mind. When I met Bob Proctor, this universal truth finally made sense. Magic opens the mind through fascination for sure, but the real transformation happens when you understand the science behind the illusion, the science of thought, belief, and identity. Think of the brick example. Most people are trying to lift the wrong brick, the brick on the outside, when the real brick is the illusion inside their mind. Now, this is a multi-dimensional domino brick. To explain the example, on this side you see 1 dot. On that side, you see 4 dots. Now, on this side, all of a sudden you see 3, and on that side, you see 6. That was a mental illusion that just took place. The illusion happened in your mind, not in my hands. You see, our minds have a need to finish a pattern. And if we don't see it with our eyes, our mind will make up the pattern to finish the pattern for us. Last time you saw this page, you saw 3 dots, is that right? You've seen domino bricks before, so you know how that looks like. You finished the pattern. Your mind never saw this pattern, so you saw 1 dot or 3 dots, not that. Same here. You saw 6 dots or you saw 4. Your mind never saw this before, so you didn't actually see it. The truth is, you see with cell receptors in your brain that are programmed to see certain patterns. Now, throughout this video and throughout my work, I'm going to keep challenging you to see new things. And if I have done this correctly, now you would see 3 dots on this side, and you, my friend, would see 8 dots on that. That's an example of how our mind tricks us every single day. So here's what I learned. Your conscious mind is your thinking mind. and your subconscious mind is your emotional mind. And unless they work together, nothing changes. You can set goals all day long, and most people do. You can even visualize, journal, try harder, grind more. But unless you shift what's actually happening subconsciously, your results stay the same. Transformation happens when your thoughts, feelings, and actions become congruent and in alignment. One of my clients, a woman with severe PTSD, or that's what she had constant stress, almost no peace in her life. She changed her entire life once she understood how her mind actually works. Her stress disappeared, her body changed, her relationships shifted, her entire identity transformed. Not because of willpower, but because she rewired the illusions inside her subconscious mind. She created new patterns of thinking. You see, most people try to think their way out of problems that are actually subconscious and emotional. It doesn't work. They try to consciously solve objectively programming that is subjective by nature. Now, let's talk about vibration, one of the most misunderstood universal laws. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. You attract based on the frequency you're operating on. Not what you want consciously. You can set goals all day long, and you can consistently hold those in your mind. Whether they're be feared or revered, they will manifest. Now, transformation happens when you begin to think from the goal, not of the goal. Most people think of the goal. We need to think and feel from the goal. One of my clients, Ole, he was burned out. He was diabetic on 6 or 7 different medications. Doctors told him that nothing could be done, but then he started understanding that his problem wasn't physical. It was mental and energetical. And once he realized that, everything changed. Within months, he was off all medications, reversed his diabetes, and even attracted his dream partner. So when you understand your mind and you shift your vibration, everything changes. You know, it's like the acorn. The oak tree isn't in the acorn, and it isn't in the soil, it's in the universe. The acorn just happened to have the pattern plan for an oak tree. So when you plant that acorn in the soil, all the particles that's needed will march towards it if they're on the same frequency. And when everything aligns, the growth becomes inevitable. Well, it's the same with you and me. The next component here is really identity. You must become the person who already have what you want. You need to be there mentally. You cannot attract something you're not in harmony with, so you can't want it. You need to get into a state of already having it. Transformation happens when you think, feel, and act and make decisions from the person you're becoming, not the person you've been, which is where most people make decisions from. One of our participants, Lisbeth, she was overwhelmed with a self-image not matching her ideal. She was always putting everyone else but herself first. But when she started shifting her identity and aligned with her goal, everything exploded. Literally, she 10x'd her income, expanded her team, created more freedom, and she really strengthened her self-image with the subconscious mind, her vibration, and her identity first. When we go that route, growth is inevitable. I love what Van Gogh once said. He said, "I dream my painting and then I paint my dream." So that means there's no original Van Gogh pictures out there. He dreamed something up in his mind and then he just painted on the physical what his mind saw. Well, it's the same with you and your goal. So let's tie it all together. Let's look at how it all works together. Most people try to change their results without changing themselves. They try harder, they do more, they grind longer, they get frustrated. But here's the truth. When you understand how the universe works, when you align your mind, your vibration, and your identity, growth becomes effortless. And that is the compounding effect that most people miss. The compounding effect of becoming the oak tree over time, that is an energy expression that is already within you. So the journey never ends because the potential is infinite. So this is really what happens when the 3 planes of existence moves in harmony. So how can you apply this today? Step number 1, recognize where you are. Ask yourself, am I stuck in the same patterns, trying harder but seeing the same results? Do I have success in one area but emptiness in another? That's quite possible. Am I living the life I truly want or the life I think I'm supposed to want? Big difference. What's the gap between where I'm at now and what I know is possible for myself? Step number 2, understand your current vibration. You don't get what you want, you get what you are. We already established that. You see, your results right now are simply revealing your current vibration. So to change your results, you must first change your frequency, your vibration. And we have a great tool. It's on my YouTube channel here under meditations. There's a gratitude meditation. It's a manifestation accelerator. We've had thousands of people listen to that over the years, and that will help you too, so go find that. Step number 3, shift your identity. Stop trying to change your circumstances. Start changing who you are being. And then I would encourage you to create congruency between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Think from the goal, not of the goal, and let the universe handle the how. Now, like I said before, I've helped thousands of people transform their lives completely. People have reversed illnesses their doctors told them were permanent. People have multiplied their incomes tenfold. People have found freedom, purpose, and identity. And that is why I stopped performing magic just to entertain people. I wanted to help create transformation that lasts by overcoming those mental illusions that we all live with. Now I get it, this isn't for everyone. It's for people who are ready to understand how their mind actually works. And if that is you, know, my friend, that the oak tree is already within you right this moment. Everything you need is already here. You're just not in harmony with it yet. So if you're ready for real transformation, my friend, not more information, I would encourage you to book a call below and let's explore your goals, your obstacles, your mental illusions, and the path forward. Or you can also just send me a DM on Instagram. I'd love to hear about your current situation, and there's no pressure, just a conversation to see if we are aligned and if this approach is right for you. Now, this is for people who are ready to stop fighting against themselves, fighting those mental illusions that keep holding them back, and start working with the power that has already been within them, that they just need to learn how to express more of. Because remember, it's not who you are that really holds you back. It's all the illusions of who you think you're not. This is Anders Hansen. Bye for now.